It's located at 408 Columbus Avenue. They carry most major brands, install and service all of their sales. They're hometown owned and operated and have been in business for over 65 years. 989-893-4676 or visit them at StambaughAppliance.com. If you're looking for an artistic women's portraiture company where she can bring out the best in you, a side that you want other people to see, then you need to call Indigo Moon. Each setting is designed especially for you. The number is 989-708-6776, not the run-of-the-mill portraiture company. Indigo Moon. Call Chandra. For the best food in town, check out Heather's. It's made to order. They're located at 205 3rd Street. They're open for lunch and will deliver 989-402-1116 and extra special dinners on Friday and Saturday nights. They posted on Facebook.com/Heather's Restaurant. Wendell's Home and Design, making home design affordable. Located at 5260 East Pickard Street, Mount Pleasant. Call them at 989-772-2914.
This is Coach Charlie Cousins with Cousins Martial Arts. We offer classes from ages 2 to 12 for our kids, and we also offer adult classes. You can reach us at 989-297-8558 or on our website. That's CousinsMMA.com, COSENSMMA.com. We have a 30-day free trial always in effect, and ask us about our Diva deal.
Hi, this is Ashley from Two Men in a Truck Bay City. We are the movers who care. Give us a call at 989-895-5252 for all your moving needs. Boxes, packing supplies. No move is too big or small for us. Visit us at www.twomen.com.
Wine glasses are full. The Divas are ready. Now back to the Divalution Show.
Are things better? Yes. Because we've had another glass of wine. I'm just
a whole one.
Yes. So we're here with Michele Rose talking about starting on yourself to make this 2015 a just splendid, wonderful year. And she's been having some good ideas for us. Another thing, next year we're going to talk about physically how to...
Next year?
I mean next week. Thank you, Tammy. How to, work on creating your best self. But this week we're talking inside and we're talking mentally and spiritually, and that is like so above and beyond everything else. And if you are authentic and you know who you are and you've found yourself, the other things just seem to follow, right?
Well, I think if you have gone inside and, gotten rid of all the hurts and the conflicts and things like that you might have been... I always... tell my clients that they're carrying around a suitcase, and I said, open your suitcase. Like if there's a wound in there or a hurt or something, and I have to say, if you are unforgiving of anyone, please make that your top priority, because being unforgiving year after year will cause an illness to come into the body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it hurts.
And I've seen that happen years ago. I was in real estate. And I had a friend that was very fun and very nice, and all of a sudden she started making a lot of money in real estate, and she sold this huge property, and she took a note for her commission, and with that note, she bought several condominiums right on the water. Well, the guy skipped town, and she changed from this. Her face, was always, smiley, She changed from that person to frowny and worried and stressed out. And she did sell a couple of them, but the economy took a dump right then, unfortunately. But within 3 years, one day she said, Deb, look at this. And she lifted up her shirt, and there was a huge lump under her breast. And she hadn't even been to the doctor yet.
Wow.
You know, and she went, and she brought that on herself. I know she did. And it manifests in weird places. So, you know, the more positive outlook you have on life, the healthier and more stronger you're going to be.
Well, you know, and you've heard me say more than one time that everything is perfection. And you know, somebody said to me one time, well, what exactly does that mean? And you know, in the moment, I always say to some people, like, well, you're in the swamp with the alligators. And but once you know, the situation has passed and you look back on it, you know, I can see a lot of wisdom in a lot of things. You know, sometimes, you know, women get divorced, and it's not always, you know, divorce is always a sad thing, but, you know, they become independent. They become strong. They learn how to do things that they wouldn't had to do otherwise.
But they
Sometimes
have to
find
choose
themselves.
that way. But they have to choose that way. I've seen women go the other way too, where they,
absolutely.
you know, yeah. So what's the answer? The answer is within yourself.
it
You
is.
can't depend on somebody else.
You know, we're striving as we get into the fifth dimension to be in the calm. And we talked about meditation, but you need to be in the calm. So whatever happens, and you know, it's not to say that you might get upset, but you return to that base of calm fairly quickly.
And
You know,
that's true. Yes.
rather than stewing about it. I remember, you know, when I was younger, man, I'd be mad for days.
Right.
Right.
I remember throwing things at my ex-fiance,
Yeah.
winging them.
And now you find yourself, of course, we're human. We do get angry and upset and stuff. But you get over it so much quicker. And you forgive yourself, and you move on.
And you also look at what lesson you learned from that.
Absolutely.
Instead of looking at why does that, poor me, everything always happens to me.
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent
You're
point.
not
I mean,
a victim anymore.
you're
Right.
not a victim. I could have gotten an Academy Award for my victim.
I bet.
I bet. You know, it's like I knew how to do that. But you know, and again, we're human, and we've learned, and you know, so yeah, works good.
You know, it's interesting for me. And actually, I started from the outside and went inside because
Right.
I did. I started and I was overweight and I started losing weight. And then it's like, once that happened, it was almost like I had to go within. I remember talking to you about that the first time I met with you.
You are kind of backwards.
Yeah, I guess so. I do things upside down and inside out.
And that's why we love you.
Boom, 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 boom. Marching to the beat of my own drum.
That's right.
And any day, you know, I've told Tammy she has like a fairy energy, and maybe that sounds strange to some people out there, but any day I expect her wings to be coming out.
I'm flying around now.
Oh, God. That'll be so scary. But Tam, you're right.
picturing it.
And, you know, maybe, you know, everybody follows their own path. We've
Right.
spoken about this before. And the thing that you have to be aware of, and unless you know yourself, you won't feel, unless you're intuitive and trust your intuition. If you are walking down the wrong path, you won't know it. You won't feel it. Right, Michelle?
Well, explain that a little bit more.
I mean, like, if you, like, all right, for example, this is just a lame example, but I'm going to use it anyway. One day, I was cooking this great big casserole, huge for a bunch of people. And when I reached up to get it out of there was a high oven. And when I reached up to get it, I thought to myself, I shouldn't grab it like this because that lid's going to fall on my foot. And then I didn't listen to that intuition, and I grabbed it like that anyway. And what do you think happened?
The lid fell on your foot.
Yes.
Well, you had prophecy. You didn't.
Yeah.
You just didn't listen. Hey, Deb, Josh is asking what the number is.
989-402-5414. I did have Google open, Josh. I had everything open. I just didn't know. It didn't ring here. I got her text message.
5414.
5414, yes.
You know, the good thing though is the universe will give you another chance to learn that lesson. You know, and so
I learned it.
yeah, I mean, and you know, you see that too in relationships where one person is abusive. And again, going back to another lesson, it's sort of like we're here to learn to love ourselves. So if you don't learn that lesson, you'll just end up with someone else in your life with, the same characteristics, but with a different face. But with each one, it's sort of like the universe makes it a tad bit more difficult. Like,
so that you eventually get it.
Yeah, we're like, you didn't get it, so we're going to make it just a little bit more difficult.
So I've been in abusive relationships, and obviously I have not learned, because the caller that we have on the line right now is still abusing.
It's a different kind of abuse.
Uh-oh. So I guess maybe it might not have been on our end.
No,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it was just a Deb issue.
It was a Deb issue.
I'm sorry, I opened up Google and everything, and I had the number there, and I saw that Moira texted. I saw that she left a voicemail.
Okay, just have Moira call back and just hit answer. You just have to be in the Gmail.
Okay, and I was, Josh.
You know what, Josh?
I know, you always say that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to watch him take notes.
You know what's really fun, though, is that I could call the station and I can just interject myself into wherever I want to be because I have the control of the power.
That's a little scary. That's a little frightening.
Right, so
we're glad you love us.
You're all set up. So you have Moira call back in and everything will be good.
Okay, thank you, Diva Dude.
Thank
Love
you.
Thank
Talk
you.
to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
So we're having an interesting conversation, and I'm telling you, I had everything open. But it didn't go to this page that it's on now.
Huh.
I don't know. So I think we'll shrink that and leave it on all the time.
Yes, Moira, if you're out there, call us back, please.
We can actually hear it now and call you back. So I'm going to take a little break here and talk about the wine that we're drinking. It's Vino sponsors our wine, and every month he brings us. It used to be all one wine. He's been shaking it up a little bit here.
I like it.
The wine that we're drinking tonight is a Vino de. It's Chilean. A Vino de Exugere. It's a Cabernet, and here's what he wrote about it. For the snuggle season, it's Exugere Chilean Cabernet. This unique burlap-wrapped bottle is full-bodied and complex with fresh cherry and chocolate notes and aromas. Best of all, this Cabernet drinks like a $20-plus bottle, but yet costs only $10 each or 2 for $18 at Vino Wine Warehouse.
It says it's a product of Chile.
Yep, it's Chilean.
Which is great because it's chilly out.
You're good. Yeah, but it doesn't have any beans in it. Chili's beans.
That kind of chili. Like chili cold.
Oh, there's so many different kinds of chili. Don't you love our language?
I love the bottle itself. It has burlap.
It is nice.
It is really cool.
It is. I like it.
He said when he first tasted or first saw the bottle, he was hoping that it tasted half as good as it looked.
Yeah. It's a cool bottle.
I mean, that would make a great... Remember... Well, you don't remember, Tammy, but I go back a ways. We used to have candles. And they used to, remember
drip
the
down. Yes,
drip down.
Remember the ones that dripped in different colors?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved those. Those were so cool.
Which don't even ask how long ago that was.
I know what you guys are talking about.
I know.
I've seen
we
them.
have this child.
I haven't made them, but I've seen them.
Well,
okay.
Good. So it is good. This is a good wine, and I'm sorry I didn't put a picture up on our Facebook page, but I will put one up.
Yes.
So what we're talking about with our guest is we're talking about becoming your best self and starting from the inside out. That's what January's all about. Michele Rose is here with us. She just taped her first show today. It is going to air
Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
Right. Josh, here's what I was doing wrong. I didn't log into... You have to log into your email, not Google. I was logging into Google.
There's a difference?
I guess, evidently. See, thank you, Tammy, for saying that. There's a difference?
Sorry, Josh.
Yeah.
I feel better now. That makes me feel better. So,
that's okay.
Thank you.
I think it's probably
yeah. But I learn lessons too.
Well, Google, I think it's getting confusing because they have the Gmail and then they have Google Plus, and
Right.
I guess maybe they're different. But to me, they should be all kind of